Hey guys, welcome back to another Skyrim mods video. Today we got some new mods. I did add one that's kind of old just because I felt like it deserved more recognition, but every other mod is new. Maybe not just came out new, but 2024 new, or no one else did a review new. But if you end up enjoying this video, make sure you hit that like button down below and maybe subscribe if you're feeling generous because it is free. But if not, at least make sure you endorse mod authors because they work hard for us to release free mods, so they kind of deserve it. But other than that, let's dive right in. The first mod up, and probably the first funny follower mod I've ever tried, but this mod is called Melana the War Maiden. She starts off pretty timid, but over time she can evolve with you, and I think you'll enjoy her story.
Wait, I know you. No, I mean, I saw you before, in Helgen. You were with those prisoners and were about to be executed. I yelled, "Boo!" at you.
Her quest is pretty much finding her at Bannermist Tower, then freeing her, and bringing her to an inn where she will reside, unless you decide to keep her along for the journey, and through every single encounter and fight, she will slowly start to harden her resolve, and pretty much go from a simple maid to a true warrior that even ELLE will be proud of. But as I said, when she first starts off, she's pretty timid and kind of runs away a lot, but it's kind of fun to see that happen actually.
Oh, okay. Just go easy on me. Want to be near these horrid people. Bad memories.
But you can help her evolve faster by requesting a training match with her. I mean, you'll still have to do quite a few, but it is faster.
I think I've trained enough, but I don't mind a friendly duel. Alright, let's go.
She might be my favorite follower in
train
2024 to be honest, but if you wish to take her a step further, you can use this next mod called Courageous. It is a facial overhaul for Melana, giving her a more Nordic look. The overhaul is very similar to her vanilla appearance, but it is kind of enhanced, and it looks better to me, especially if you want her to look unique from every other NPC in Skyrim. Melana goes from timid, where she hates all fights and armor depending on the weight, to scarred, where she's still scared but she'll allow you to use light armor, to War Maiden, where she'll allow heavy armor. She'll wear it no matter what, but she'll definitely complain. The next mod up is a new mod using gold assets, but this new armor is called Elite Wolf Armor. It's pretty much Nord War armor that you can get from his armor mods, but instead this one is introduced as a standalone armor that can be crafted with the steel smithing perk at any forge. So it's pretty strong and pretty simple to get, but something you can get early game and you can keep until you're ready to skip glass, considering that one is idiot. There is two versions, the basic version, then you have the Harbinger version. The one that you cannot get until you become Harbinger, so this one is a little complicated to get. But honestly, I prefer the normal version anyway, because this version, while the helmet is a little bit cooler, the legs are too furry for me. But of course, a side by side so you'll know what you'll be getting. Why not? But the main reason I recommended this mod is for the next mod called SPID Elite Wolf Armor. It uses SPID as in a name to give the circle, besides ELLE of course, wolf armor. I use this alongside fashions of the companions to cover every member of the companions. Of course you're not seeing it in this video because that's for personal use, but I hate the normal companions armor and this is the perfect alternative, considering I already use Sons of Skyrim. So I definitely recommend to try this, or maybe someone will make a Skypatcher version. Nonetheless, the old mod I mentioned at the beginning of this video is this one. This mod is called Reworked Elemental Cloak Spells. This mod revamps all the cloak spells in Skyrim so they are no longer, for lack of better words, boring, or just completely makes your character invisible while blinding you. Instead, this one places it around the feet of your character with an animated effect that does look cool. But aside from the new effect around your character, there is also a new aura placed on your character to match the new effects. Because honestly, the main reason I use this is because the lightning cloak is absolutely horrible in vanilla, and this is like the only alternative I could find. But honestly, I don't think we could do much better than this, especially considering you guys asked me for my magic mods in the comments of every video, so here you go. And as a quick disclaimer, this does need to overwrite Ember's XD. On to our next mod, a new armor mod with just the simple name Roca, if I said that right. The title was pretty short, I even ended up putting the mod author's name in the title. But this mod adds 5 new sets of clothing to your game, all pretty much the same except for the fact that the color changes. I know most of you wouldn't consider this a light armor, but this one is in fact meant to be just a clothing mod. and it can be crafted at any tanning rack at pretty much any point in the game. And it does at least provide some type of armor, so you aren't forced to be a mage, you can upgrade and craft them. The cool part though that I would say about this armor is that the ears and the tail, besides being the fact that they have SMP support so they'll move when you move, is that whatever color your hair is, it will also match that. So you aren't required to change everything for yourself, it'll just match whatever hair color you have. But I'd say it'd probably be better to choose your hair color based on the outfit that you're currently wearing. But everything is modular, so you could just pretty much take the ears and tail if you want. Up next, an expansion and an all-in-one for a previous mod that I showcased. This mod is called Imperial Castles of Skyrim. This mod is a new fortification to the forts around Skyrim, and not just a few this time like previously when I showcased. Every single one of the changes is listed on the mod page, and I put most of them here honestly, so this showcase is a little bit long. But this mod overhauls the forts in Whiterun region, the Falkreath region, and even Riften. It'd be kind of amazing though if more forts were around Skyrim for this mod to attach to, but that'd be more work for the mod author and would probably take a lot more time. What I really enjoy about this mod though is that this really isn't an expansion on the forts, but more so a simple overhaul that adds fortifications to what was already there and available. So this is pretty much compatible with any road or enemy mods like northern roads or hand placed enemies. Just not mods that already overhaul the exterior of these forts, which is unfortunate. I mean, it won't break anything, but it might mess up nav mesh a little bit. But there aren't really that many mods that do that anyway, which is why an all-in-one like this is perfect for changing up your Skyrim. And although I don't recommend it to ruin this mod's beauty, if you know what you're doing, you can pretty much remove anything you don't like about this. Because it's pretty simple, you just go into Xedit and find the cell and then just hit the delete button. Up next, a mod for the more evil characters in Skyrim. This mod is called Grave Digging, Necromancy Addon. This mod using base object swapper allows for you to go to any grave in Skyrim as long as you have a shovel in your inventory, which I prefer Falkreath considering that's the best looking place. But once you are to the graveyard, you can interact with the graves where your character will start digging. Doing this would allow for your character to pretty much make being a necromancer a little more exciting. Though not a profession I prefer, but I know some of you do. You can pretty much find anything in these graves, from gold to weapons to even children dolls, which really set in the fact that you just dug up a kid's grave. But sometimes you'll get a lot of gold from this as well as new alchemy ingredients like severed hands that you can pretty much take and make new potions with. And it will enhance your power more than you already have, like increased conjuration skill. But I do want to point out, just like in real life, digging up a grave and getting caught is a crime, and you will be attacked on sight. So I advise to do it in the dark where no one can see you, otherwise this probably won't be worth it for you. Up next, another mod that isn't exactly the newest, but still new in terms of mods. This mod is called Bloodmoon. This mod has become absolutely essential in my playthroughs because the fact remains, no matter what vampire overhaul you use, or even just in vanilla, there aren't enough blood spells to make being a blood mage useful. And this mod fixes that by adding dozens of new spells for you to use and kill your enemies with. They are kind of based around vanilla, so while I do say dozens of new spells, it's more so about 4 to 6, and each of them have tiers from the basic adept all the way up to master. This was the mod that made me want to try being a vampire again, because without it, even when using better vampires, the only useful spell I had was Vampire Drain, and then I just had to melee through everything. But now I can feel like a true bloodmancer. It's still a little creepy for me knowing I'm shooting my blood at things, but at least with this, I'm not forced to be a sneaky assassin when I play as a vampire with vampire overhauls. They do have cool spells though that make being a vampire easier, like sneaking around, but none that make being a non-vampire lord feel strong like this mod. This is definitely a must-have for evil characters or people that just want to play as a vampire. And finally, a super simple mod. This mod is called Local Map Color. This mod, I'm not sure how it does it exactly, but it adds color to the local map, because usually if you go to the map and push L, which is the default key, a map will appear showing the local map, but it will just be in black and white. This changes that to show the color of your Skyrim, so it isn't just a basic color, it will match whatever mods you're using. So green Riften will be green, is what I mean. And this mod made me think of the Minimap mod, because it was one of the mods I used to love but kind of avoided using because I hated the black and white for the local map. But now with this mod, I feel like this mod has become a little more useful. So I'm probably going to be using both from now on. But that was pretty much it for today, guys. I know I missed some new mods. They will be in the next video, don't worry about that. But if you guys ended up enjoying, make sure you hit that like button down below, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Peace and love, guys.